All right, Pauly, here we go. Going back to Saturday's games here to begin with. Jacksonville will almost be too trendy of a pick next year. You concur? They're getting Calvin Ridley.
Yes, good point.
Right? Plug some money into the, a little bit of the defense and also the offensive line.
Concur, yes. AFC is still loaded. And again, how good was Baltimore if you had Lamar Jackson on that team with how nasty that defense was? You also might say Detroit, too. I mean, Detroit's going to be very popular
Those
as well.
will be the two trendiest teams in the NFL next year.
And this is something worth a good discussion as well. The NFC, maybe, yikes. But the AFC, and for years to come,
for sure.
The AFC.
The young quarterback studs in that conference. And Lawrence is only going to get better, and they have tons to work with on offense. They have a really good coach. They will be definitely the pick to win that division next year and repeat. Now, this is based on Patrick Mahomes, if he's going to be healthy or not, but the first team to shut down Travis Kelce will beat the Chiefs. Do you concur? 14 catches. And again, it's stealing with this guy.
Yeah, concur. That'll happen. I mean, it's ridiculous. The game plan by Jacksonville and he's not even running a route with all 17 targets, whatever. It's like, hey, it's going to Kelce. What are you doing? I mean, in the red zone, every big third down, you know where he's going. So that's got to be part of the whole game plan. And Lou's done a great job with Cincinnati and what he did yesterday, making Allen look like that. But sure, take away Kelce and see if these other guys can beat you. And I mean, do you really trust Sky Moore and Schuster and some of these guys? I mean, but it goes back to Mahomes, and I guess you could just say he'll get anyone else, all these other people involved, and it won't matter. Could be a big dose of Pacheco.
Yeah, sure. I don't love the two guys you brought up. I do like Tony. I think they can use him in other ways.
Good pickup. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, you have to like McKinnon. And again, Pacheco is getting better by the week, the way it seems, and I love the way that he runs, but Kelce's the focal point and has been for years now, and it's just like, again, hey, go out there and get us 12 catches. Okay, coach, no problem. Jalen Hurts was going to win the MVP. Do you concur?
Yes, concur. Yeah. Yes. And that's why a lot of people were just foggy on, we forgot how good the Eagles were. Stuck in with a couple Minshew games and then Hurts playing against the Giants in the final game, and they knew they had the game won, and they were going conservative. And he also was hurt, so banged up too as well. So he's awesome.
Oh, he's so good.
And they have weapons.
Yes, they do.
He makes that thing go.
Pauly, we need to throw the idea of playing championship games on a neutral field every year directly into the garbage. Do you concur?
No, I was intrigued by this possibility. I wanted to see what this looked like and how the league was going to treat it. And some people like yourself are concerned that this might have been a thing.
Well, they were writing stories about it in like major papers.
But they do it in college football. They do it in college basketball. I don't know. I don't know. We didn't get to see it, so I was intrigued by the possibility of the neutral site. I didn't like Atlanta for the destination.
Well, that's the thing. Okay, a couple things here.
I was saying about, hey, okay, we're going to go AFC, NFC, and we'll go back-to-back and put it at, Lambeau or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, so you can't – if the NFL goes down this path, you really cannot be serious about playing in domes. Do you really want to take away what we had yesterday in Buffalo with the snow? That's how football was meant to be played.
Kansas City, too.
Of course.
That was great, too.
Right, yeah. You cannot take that. And, oh, by the way, has anybody talked about the part where it takes away the importance of the regular season?
Sure.
You're going to have teams punting on how important it is now to get the one seed and get that bye. And maybe even the last month they're going to be, okay, I don't care. As long as we're in the playoffs, that's good because it's going to be on a neutral field anyway.
Yep.
You can't do that.
Yep.
The Bengals beat the Bills 7 out of 10 times, maybe even 8. Do you concur?
Higher than that. Concur. Not 9.
You think 9 out of 10?
It's a horrible matchup for them, especially with the game plan. I'm glad Michael brought it up. Stop with the Leslie Frazier stuff. How bad was Leslie Frazier's defense? Guys are wide open. Blown coverage on Chase. You might want to cover him. And watch what we watched in the first quarter of the Monday night.
Yeah.
They will never stop Burrow. If they play tomorrow, they play next week. I don't care if the game's in Pakistan. They're not stopping him. That's a horrible matchup for him. And Burrow would do whatever he would want. I mean, they're down 3 offensive linemen. It didn't matter.
Sure.
I mean, you can't. They're blowing them off the line of scrimmage, dominating up front. And for Mixon to go for 100 yards, come on.
Poyer was playing yesterday. White was playing. That helmet-to-helmet was scary there for a minute.
Oh, I know.
When they're both covering Higgins, I believe it was. But the secondary, right, we heard about it all year long. Really good defense, great secondary. How did they have no answer for the Bengals offense in that first quarter? How? I mean, it was hot knife through butter for Joe Burrow and the Bengals. And you're playing at home with all of the emotions tied into this game again, with Hamlin there at the game. And you had the snowy field, the home field advantage, and it was just it was a total mismatch. I mean, that honestly looked like, I don't know, I'm not going to call it a 16 versus a 1, but I'll say like a 3 versus a 14. That's what it looked like yesterday.
Yep.
One team was completely superior to the other, and that's not the way it's supposed to work when you have home field.
Yep.
On that note, Joe Burrow is a better quarterback than Josh Allen. Do you concur?
I have to say yes. I don't know if injury related or what the problem was, but it was alarming how bad the turnovers, man. Now the game's out of reach. It's 27-10. But the 16 interceptions and all the fumbles?
Who would you rather have going forward?
If I have to win, okay, you want to put it that way?
Yeah, I'll put it that way.
If I have to win a road game for my life, I'm taking Burrow. No question.
Mm-hmm.
It's ahead of Mahomes. I'm taking Burrow if I have to win a road game.
I can't remember when this was, but it was before the blackjack tournament here at Circa in December when you won that ticket or your spot in the draft order to get the Chiefs 5th overall in this snake draft they had. 12 people eventually won Super Bowl futures. You were one of them. That week, I said on the air, I told you I'm giving you a gift.
Yeah.
I love the Bengals.
I wanted to
Super Bowl
take
this year.
I know, but I can't. I know. Go ahead.
And that same week, I was I was like yelling at Kenny White, who's been in this racket for a long, long time. I was yelling at him. Joe Burrow's a better quarterback than Josh Allen.
Yep. Time and time again, I said I'm scared to death of Cincinnati.
Yeah. Yep.
And that's exactly what happened.
Andy Reid facing his former team would be the best possible Super Bowl. Do you concur?
Not bad. Not a bad angle. Sign me up for that.
Assuming Mahomes would be healthy.
Yeah. I still think it would have been, Philly Buffalo would have been the nuts with those two fan
Well,
bases.
now, yeah.
Concur, yeah, because I'll get sick of the San Francisco Cincinnati stuff, and the third time they've met. So I'll go along with that. That is good. And Andy Reid might retire too, maybe.
Good.
If they win afterwards.
Would that make sense for him if he called it quits?
Go out on a high
win?
note.
Yeah.
Yep, right.
Yeah, of all the matchups, again, you can't go wrong really. But if we get a chance to see a healthy, and who knows, Patrick Mahomes play with that offense against the Hurts. Oh, boy.
Good. All right. Good job with that. Good job, guys, as well. This is a legacy game for Mahomes, too. Talking to our guy, E, in San Diego. Imagine if he does this, though. He goes back to the Super Bowl, 5 straight AFC title games, and he's hobbling around. Willis Reed out there can barely move. Oh, what a legacy game for Mahomes.
Well, it does.
Something.
How about that? He's made 5 straight.
I know.
I would say this. Again, sky is falling in Buffalo today. I'm reading stuff coming out right now on Twitter. Okay, this one feels a little bit different. What if the Chiefs don't win this game?
Well, you
don't
just
get
point
back
to the injury. It's just, you point to the injury.
But I would also tell people, again, if you go back 12 years ago, Packers won the Super Bowl. How many times do you think, what would the number have been? How many Super Bowl appearances will the Packers make with Aaron Rodgers in the next 10 years?
Yeah.
Number would have been 1.5, easy?
Well, it's hard, though. Again, Brady,
that's the point, yeah.
Brady and the Patriots ruined it for everybody.
Right.
Brady goes to 10 Super Bowls and wins it.
It's hard to win in this league unless your name is Tom Brady.
Yeah. And the Chiefs should have won last year. The stupid play before halftime, and they couldn't cash in inside the 10 twice.
Yep.
So,
well, Rodgers has won. Breeze won 1. That was it.
What, Manning 2?
Roethlisberger 2. It's not easy to do this. And look at this. People talk about Josh Allen maybe being the best quarterback in football. They can't sniff one. That's how tough it is. Yeah. And just look at the AFC again and how loaded it is. If you're Sean Payton, if you're Lamar Jackson, and you want to find a new team, don't go to the AFC.
Concur.
You have to look at the NFC first and foremost.
Get out of the AFC, both of them. Yeah. Absolutely.
Visit VSiN.com to get current odds, listen for free, find showtimes, and download VSiN sports betting podcasts.